What is transmedia storytelling? Transmedia storytelling is telling a story across multiple different platforms with the participation, interaction, and collaboration of the audience. According to Pratten, transmedia storytelling is taking the user on a journey from moment to moment, covering various platforms. The intent is to connect and engage the audience, whether there is one or several. People have different opinions about transmedia and how the narrative should be perceived. For example, according to Hellín, some describe it as only using 2 platforms, whilst others argue 3 or more should be involved. Furthermore, some think it is based around interaction, whilst others believe the user is only there for the ride. For my story, I decided to use Davidson's perception, which suggests transmedia is interactive experiences that occur across multiple media platforms. Therefore, in my story, the audience will become an active part in the cross-media experience. The platforms my audience will interact with will consist of email, video, websites, and social media. But what is the story? The story will adapt to the fairy tale Red Riding Hood, but with a twist. We already know the story, how the woodsman overpowered the big bad wolf and left him running. But what if there was a warrant for his arrest and the users had to participate in his capture with the established characters? The plot will contain a good and bad outcome. It will be the user's mission to choose the correct path. This is how it will work. A message is released through email with a link to a YouTube video. Once the video is accessed, it will refresh the audience of the ending to Red Riding Hood, but it will be a continuation from then. After the wolf runs away, the following characters will directly talk to the user asking for help to capture the wolf, so he doesn't hurt anyone else. An annotated link will appear directing the user to a website. The website is an interactive animation of tracking the wolf when they come to a blocked path guarded by a troll. In order to pass, the user must answer a riddle. The site will contain another link to an Instagram account where there will be pictures to give the user a hint to the riddle. Once it is solved, the user will be sent to another video on YouTube where the characters need to get information from a badger mole about the wolf's whereabouts but doesn't cooperate. After the video, another link will be annotated which will lead to a web page and the user will play whack-a-mole with the mole in order to get information. After the game, the user will be sent to another page which, depending on the outcome, will determine the user's success. The failed outcome leads to a video where the trail goes cold, and an email is sent to the user stating wolf still at large. The success outcome leads to another game-based website, which the user will play a Where's Wally styled game in order to find the wolf. Once the user has found and clicked on the wolf, they will be sent to a YouTube video showing the wolf's arrest, congratulating the user. They will also receive an email with a front page newspaper stating wolf captured. And that's it. The target audience for this transmedia narrative is young primary students from ages 5 to 10. The project works well with this demographic as it uses an old but well-known fairy tale that implements into the modern age's way of telling a story. Furthermore, Long states the new generation is constantly consuming new modern devices, therefore their expectation and user retention won't take kindly to an old-fashioned book. The audience expect a new complexity of entertainment through media. The journey of my transmedia story takes inspiration from the interactive story game La Zona, a storytelling project of Spanish fiction, which covers similar traits like video and web pages. However, the user journey had the most impact on my project, as it contains multiple choice outcomes the user can take. I learned that through this method, the user can feel more invested and involved in the story. My design only implements a small portion of this technique, but the reason for this is due to the demographic. Sidekick is also an honorable mention, as it sends messages to the user through email and mobile and addresses the user as if the scenario is real to enhance immersion and connect with the audience. My project tries to complement this technique through email with newspaper articles.